Once upon a time, in the heart of a silent, ancient forest, a little firefly named Tiny lived among the shadows, watching the world with wonder. Tiny often felt insignificant. His light was so small and fragile, compared to the vast darkness that surrounded him every single night in the woods. He looked up at the sky, mesmerized by the eternal glow of the stars and the silver brilliance of the moon high above the trees. Comparing himself to the heavens, Tiny felt his own spark was meaningless. He believed his presence didn't matter in such a grand and luminous universe. The word insignificant echoed in his heart. He longed for a light that could last forever, a light that would make everyone look up in awe. Driven by a deep yearning, Tiny decided to embark on a journey. That he wanted to find the secret of the stars and their everlasting brilliance. He flew higher than he ever had before, pushing his tiny wings to their limit, leaving the safety of the bushes for the unknown heights. Tiny reached the highest peak and whispered to a star, "How can I be like you? How can I possess such a magnificent, eternal glow?" But the star was silent. It didn't look down. It didn't even notice the small creature. Its light was vast, but it felt cold and unreachable. The word distant filled the air. Tiny realized that while the star lit up the entire galaxy, it was too far to touch the ground. The star's light was grand, but it couldn't reach the flowers in the valley or help a lost traveler find their way through the thickets. He felt more alone than ever. If the stars were the standard of beauty, then what was the point of being a tiny, flickering firefly? Next, Tiny flew to the edge of a crystal-clear lake. There, he saw the moon's reflection dancing on the surface, looking gentle and very bright. "Moon, you are so kind," Tiny said. "Your light is soft and reaches the water. Please teach me how to shine like you do tonight." But suddenly, a thick blanket of dark clouds drifted across the sky, slowly covering the moon's face and stealing its silver glow from the world. In an instant, the reflection vanished. The lake became a dark abyss, and Tiny found himself trembling in the sudden, cold and suffocating pitch-black night. He understood then that the moon's light was reflected. It was a borrowed beauty, dependent on something else, and it could be taken away easily. A light that is borrowed is not truly yours. Tiny didn't want a light that disappeared when the clouds came. He wanted something real and steady. Exhausted and sad, Tiny sought refuge in a hollow oak tree. There, he met the old wise owl, who had seen 1,000 moonless nights. Tiny poured out his heart, telling the owl about the distant stars and the borrowed light of the moon. But he felt his life was useless. The owl listened patiently, his feathers ruffling in the wind. He saw the firefly's pain in the spark that was still flickering within the little insect. The owl spoke softly. "The stars are grand, but they are far. The moon is bright, but it is cold. Look at that dark path. In those deep shadows, the stars cannot see, and the moon cannot reach. That is where a small, warm light like yours is most needed. You have an inner light. It belongs only to you. It doesn't need to be borrowed, and it is warm enough to comfort the smallest soul." Tiny looked at his light again. It wasn't vast like a star, but it was his. It was a part of his very being, unique and precious. With new courage, Tiny dove into the darkness. He found a lost friend and guided them home, his small light cutting through the thickest gloom effortlessly. He realized that being unique was his greatest strength. He could go where the stars couldn't, bringing light to the forgotten corners of the forest. From a distance, the forest didn't look so dark anymore. A single, persistent spark was making a difference. One small step at a time for all. Tiny was no longer just a firefly. He was a guide. He found his value not by being the biggest, but by being the most helpful. Each of us is unique. Don't look at others' brilliance and forget your own flame. Share your journey with us and keep shining your light.